Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
And today we're going to do our January 2019 monthly pickup video plus the PRGE Swap Meet.
Okay.
Which we went to on January 19th? I think that was right. Yeah. So let's get some of this stuff. Actually, I have a correction.
Oh boy.
We missed this in December.
Okay.
This is actually a December pickup. The old PlayStation Classic. I forgot that we bought this in December.
That's really sad. Maybe it should have been returned then.
This has been...
You're like the children.
This has been... Everybody knows about this. Biggest disappointment, whatever. I got it for a pretty reasonable price. Still lower than
what it is now,
we're seeing on average. Yeah, still lower than that due to a Target deal. But I did get this at Target at the end of December. Forgot to put it in the December video. Obviously, it's because I haven't opened it.
It's eye candy.
I'll probably open it now. But anyway, we got the PlayStation Classic in December, so that's technically a December pickup. And then what I want to do is talk about this thing next. This is a boxed Sega Light Phaser. We did our 30 days celebration of the Sega Master System in
November to December.
In November and December, and should I mention the name? Self-Destructo on Twitter contacted me and said, "Hey, I noticed you mentioned that you didn't have a boxed light phaser, and I do, and you have something I want in trade."
So we worked out a trade.
And he sent me the boxed Sega Light Phaser, so that's really cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
So thank you.
Something you didn't have. So the next time you do those Sega videos, you can put this in.
The next time I can put this in, maybe I'll stick it in. No, I won't.
No.
But it's nice to add this to the collection. Really, I'm only interested in the box, so it's fine. It's cool to have getting some boxed Sega Master System stuff in this day and age.
Yes.
All right. So the other stuff we picked up in January. Let's do the retail stuff, and then we'll do the swap meet.
Okay.
I think we mentioned this in December. I got into Starlink, and
you and your toys.
My toys to life. I couldn't decide to get the Switch or the Xbox One version, so when the Xbox One version went on sale for $20, I decided to get it. I just got them both. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I think I can still return this. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and count this. I got the Starlink starter pack. This gives me the physical ship. I don't even know what it's called. The physical ship, the Zenith, which was not included in the Switch version because that came with the R-Wing. So we got the physical Zenith ship, and then one of the weapons is physical, whereas with the Switch version it was digital. So, and in that same vein, I went ahead and grabbed one of the last ships that I didn't already have, the Nader. There's one more that I don't have. That's the GameStop exclusive, and it was on sale, but none of the stores around me had it, and I refused to pay GameStop's $5 shipping. So I still don't have it, and I might never get it unless it comes to the store and it goes on sale again, which I'm not sure it'll happen. But I do have this one now, which is all the rest of them. I have a Target exclusive too, so that should be all of them. And then I grabbed two pilots. These are the only two pilots that don't come with... Oops, no, this isn't a pilot. There he is.
This guy.
These are the only two pilots that don't come with ships. This is Eli Arborwood.
And this is Carl Zeon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to buy these guys separately, as far as I know.
That's how they get you.
And then I got the final two. That's right. These were all 50% off.
I know.
I got the final two weapon packs. This is Iron Fist and Freeze Ray Mark II. And Shockwave and Gauss Gun Mark II.
Cool.
All on sale. So who knows what'll happen. Obviously they're still in the box. I haven't played the game. Yeah, I don't know. They're in a box over there. So pretty much went all in on Starlink at this point. I don't have the PS4 and I don't have that one ship exclusive, but other than that, I have everything. And I haven't opened it. Yeah.
You're a child.
No, children at least have brains. I don't know if I'd go that far. So everything else you see here. Oh no, we got two
I have
more.
to say, wait
two
a
more.
minute.
Okay, do you want to do this? Why don't you talk about this one?
All right. Look what I did. Shenmue 3 is coming out.
Yeah.
Right? So they have re-released Shenmue 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you got this for Christmas.
For the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. And so you went ahead and bought it on the Xbox One.
Why?
Well, because you...
No, it was
Oh,
clearance.
it was clearance.
You saw it?
I was at Target. That's right.
That's why you're talking about
That's
that.
right.
You saw it on
So
clearance
why am
at
I talking about
Target.
this? All right. Yes, I saw it on clearance at Target. I texted you, of course.
I said, yep.
I said, you want this? And you said, yep.
And I
I
grabbed
said,
it.
okay.
So I wasn't sure whether to get the Xbox One version because I kind of think of Sega games as belonging on Xbox.
Or,
No, the
right?
Sega games belong on Xbox.
Okay.
The problem is that Shenmue 3 is going to PlayStation.
That's right.
So I couldn't decide if I should get it on the PlayStation because that's where Shenmue 3 is going to be, or if I should get it on Xbox because that's where I typically buy Sega games. And it turns out that price in many areas of my life is the final determinant. And so price went out and I got it for the Xbox.
I think it's going to come to Xbox anyway.
I think there's a good chance that Shenmue 3 will come to Xbox.
I think so, yes.
Even if it's a timed exclusive for PlayStation,
Yes.
I can wait.
Yeah.
We've waited 15 years. I can wait another 8 months for the
Have
exclusive.
you even played 1 and 2?
No.
Okay,
no.
well then
I'm going to play.
You could wait a long time then.
So now I'm torn because apparently if you play it on this, your character will carry over. But I've never played it before, and I really want to play it on the Dreamcast for the first time. So let me know in the comments what you think.
Yeah. I like to see what other people think.
All right, and then the final retail thing we got in...
Is this the one you got with the coupon?
Yeah, in January was I finally pulled the trigger on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the add-on called Torna, the Golden Country. I've been waiting to get this for a while. What happened was when they canceled Gamers Club Unlocked, they gave us a coupon for 25% off any purchase. And interestingly, the email that had that coupon link in it expired. The coupon doesn't expire, or didn't expire until February 2nd. Mm-hmm. But the email expired back in November or December.
Which is weird.
So a lot of people they lost their coupon.
Yeah.
But it turns out I don't trust computers or anything at all. So when I got the email, I printed it. Mm-hmm. And so I had the code. And so I was able to redeem the code. But at the time I redeemed it, there was nothing I wanted to buy.
Yeah.
We thought about buying Pokemon, but I've decided I'm not buying Pokemon. So I bought a game that I actually wanted, which was cheaper, so the coupon wasn't as much, but I don't care. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country. You may recall in December, or maybe November, I got the, I think it was November, I got the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 big collection.
Yes.
So have those two physical. All right, so that is now it for the retail stuff. So everything else here is...
This is it for the swap meet, which actually isn't that much. This is the lowest swap meet we've ever spent, right?
The lowest amount we've ever spent in a swap meet. I was not feeling it.
Yeah.
And turns out that not only was I not feeling it, the universe was not feeling it either, because we only bought 14 games, and so far 3 of them do not work. Which is more games that don't work than I've had problems with in like the last 10 expos or 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I have never had. I rarely have one game that doesn't work, let alone 3. We bought 3 of 14 games that do not work.
Yeah.
So bad luck for us. But and I'll talk about which ones they are. But I want to do the manuals, because there's some good manuals. Yes, manuals first. So there's some good manuals. So the manuals do work, as far as I can tell. I got National Enduro. I got Enduro. I think back at PRGE, I bought the color label for this. Back in 1989, I got the game new, and it was the blue label, and it was a black and white manual, and I never really liked that. Mm-hmm. So I finally got the color label back at PRGE, and I learned at the swap meet that there was a color manual, so I grabbed that to go with it.
Cool.
So Enduro, big fan of Enduro, love Enduro. Happy to have the variants of that in my collection. And speaking of variants, I think it was Retro Nonsense who gave me Target Fun back at C3 last July, and now I have, it's a Sears Telegames. It's actually equivalent to Air Sea Battle for the 2600, and now I have the Target Fun manual. One of the reasons why I wanted Target Fun is because I remember going to the Sears outlet pickup near our house, and they had a telegame set up, and they had this. So I remember going there a couple times and playing that. Okay, and then a couple other manuals. Really excited to get Burger Time for the ColecoVision manual.
Oh, look, we've got scores on the back.
I know, there's a little bit of writing on the back, which I'm normally against, but it turns out in some ways I'm getting more uptight in my old age, in some ways I'm getting less. I've never seen the Burger Time manual, so I decided to grab it. And then Gorf. I've got a very clean cart of Gorf, and now I have a very clean manual for Gorf. A couple other miscellaneous things. This is just a miscellaneous pickup for completion. Wing Commander for the Super Nintendo. Got this in a bundle many years ago. So I grabbed the manual. A couple bucks, no big deal. And then these are some really good ones I'm excited about. Metroid Return of Samus. Game Boy game, good to get. And then some NES ones. Capcom's Destiny of an Emperor. I don't have this game, but it's on the wish list, so I grabbed the manual. Legacy of the Wizard. I think I got this game at PRGE. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Manhattan Project. I think this Destiny of an Emperor, this one and the next one I'm going to show, we got at Kelsey's booth. And I love shopping for manuals at Kelsey's booth because she always has some good ones. And she charges $1 for them. Yeah, they're cheap. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. And the last one is Willow. Another game I recently grabbed. I don't know if it was PRGE, but it was certainly one that I grabbed in the last year. So before we go on to the games, I want to mention a couple of miscellaneous items. Since we were talking about Kelsey's booth, let's just go ahead and talk about this. What is this?
They did their pink bags, because Pink Gorilla.
It was Pink Gorilla's booth, yeah.
So pink bags, usually $10, fill a bag for $10, and she slashed the price to fill a bag for $5. So we filled the bag.
So we filled the bag.
I filled that bag.
Yeah, well, I think we could have crammed some more stuff in there, but you did a pretty good job. Okay, so
we got a infinity pad, which is actually a universal one, if I'm not mistaken.
I tested it with the Wii U, which is what I was interested in having it for, and it works.
So we got that.
Do this guy.
This guy. Oh, this guy is the Xbox DVD movie playback kit.
Well, it's the
remote, the receiver.
Yeah, it's the receiver. Yeah. I always, receivers like that, or obviously Wavebird receivers, I grab them because you just never know, when you might want to pair it up with something. Okay. And
so speaking of Xbox, we got a hard drive, 360 hard drive.
20 gig. It works. There's like, what did I say? Like a dozen accounts on there?
I think so.
And they all have stupid names.
Yeah.
But that thing works. I plugged it in, so I'll tie it to an Xbox I have that doesn't have a hard drive.
Speaking of Xbox again, Xbox 360 Connect.
Don't know if that works.
We haven't tried it yet? Okay. Alright, and
360 Connect
of Xbox again, this was actually something we needed. It is the 360 power adapter. Power supply. Ours was going out.
Yeah.
That was part of the reason why we got a new Xbox for the kids, too.
Yeah, the 360 we have upstairs, the power brick, not the system, the power brick is showing a red light every now and then.
Yeah.
And so I actually spoke to Derek of Two Dorks about it, and I just thought this was a bug. So I just said, let's get the one that's compatible. Turns out I had a picture of the right plug on my phone. We found the right one, and we'll see if this solves the problem. Chances are, with something like that, with the power supply giving a fault, an error fault, it could be the power supply, but it could still be the console. But
at least we can start with this for $1.
And then this.
Good. And then this. I saw this old Atari controller.
It works. Yeah. 7800 controller. Pick them up. That's the third one I've got for $1.
Yeah.
And that actually reminds me, I made a mistake and I knew I was going to forget. I actually also got from Derek a Connect adapter for the Xbox One. I had been on the lookout for one. We know I love using the Connect on the Xbox One for the voice commands, for the sign in. If I just walk into frame, it signs me in. I have my account protected, otherwise I'd have to type in a passcode. But I can just walk in front of the screen, signs me in. I can tell Cortana to do all kinds of stuff for me, which she sometimes does. But I got the Xbox, the Connect adapter from Derek. He found one, and I told him, send it to me after the new year, which he did. And turns out it was just in time for me getting my Xbox One X.
Yep.
And as soon as that puppy arrived, I plugged it in and configured it, and I've been using it. And that's why it's not here. I won't have a picture of it because I'm not digging that thing back out.
Yep.
I plugged that thing in right away, and I've been using it ever since, and I love it.
And I don't know the last time we used the PlayStation 4 now because of that puppy.
Yeah, well, the Xbox One X, now that I have the suspend, I go to suspend, I can tell Cortana to turn it on. I have the media remote.
Yep.
Xbox is becoming pretty quickly my preferred media device of choice. Sorry, PlayStation
Plus, you have the
4.
keyboard. Like if we watch Twitch, you have the keyboard.
I got the chat
controller.
Chat, yeah.
Chat pad.
So, all right. So back to.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you, Derek. Okay. Back to the swap meet. So, again, one more thing before the games. This I'm super excited about.
Are we going to call this the pickup of the?
This might be the pickup of the expo, which maybe we shouldn't admit because now everyone's going to be like, "What kind of games did you buy?"
Okay, tell the story.
So you tell the story.
Okay, so we were just walking by this table. And
well, what is this? First, let's say what this is.
So first of all, this is the Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo
Mini, however you want to call it, the SNES Mini, the.
Can I open it?
Yeah.
The SNES Mini.
Yeah.
Case.
So when we got the SNES Mini, we didn't get the case, and then you wanted the case, but by that time the NES Mini, where the
NES Classic
had been reissued. So all these cases went bye-bye, and they only had the NES cases. There's a difference. This shows the Super Nintendo controller. This is a light gray.
As opposed to black.
Yeah, as opposed to black.
It's got the Super Nintendo
I mean, they
symbol.
do both fit, the black one, but this one is like special for this. So this is the one you wanted.
They're identical, except there's a couple of styling changes, and I wanted the one for the Super Nintendo, and it's gone.
It's gone, right. And even like Target says they have it when you go, it's the NES,
it's the NES
classic one. So we're walking by, and then I saw this guy was he selling an NES Super Nintendo Mini? I think.
I don't know.
Yes, he was.
He might have been.
Because he was going to sell this with it, and I said, "Oh, he's got the case," and he was going to sell. And we said, "Oh, are you selling the case?" He goes, "Well, I'm selling it with the system, but if you just want the case, I'll give you the case for $10." And Eric said, "I'll take that."
Deal.
I mean, that's half the price.
Then we bundled it for with something else and got it down to $5.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about what we bundled with. So I'm actually really excited about that.
Because we walked right by you. You walked. I was the one who noticed it.
I almost missed it. And I said when I went to this thing, I said I got to look out for this thing, and because it's gone at retail, it's gone on Amazon. They say they have it, but like you said, it's the NES version.
Yeah.
The thing's gone, and so I was really glad to get this because it just kind of completes my.
Plus, we got it at a good deal.
We got it at a great deal.
So
really happy about that. Okay, so now let's talk about the games. Okay, so the games.
What are the games?
Okay. all right. Let's do. Okay, so we'll just start with Atari. Battlezone. I tried this out. It actually looks really cool. Like, I love Robot Tank, and this seems like it's a lot like it, but the graphics seem a little bit better. So, Battlezone. Awesome. Another one, Dig Dug. Didn't have this for the 2600. I think I have it for the 7800 and the 5200. And anyway, Dig Dug finally got that for the Atari, so that's cool. And then I've been collecting the Atari game, Activision games, so the labels are getting nasty.
Yeah,
so I just pulled the trigger on Crackpots, which seems like Kaboom.
Yeah.
A little variant of Kaboom. Seems like a lot of fun. Glad to have that one. And then the favorite one I got, because the label is in great shape, and because our friends, Retro Nonsense and Buried on Mars, are playing it. In fact, on the Cartridge Club forum, there's a Beat My Score, and I think only the three of us have put scores on there, and I am way in third place. It is Sequest, which is a really fun game. I really like the risk-reward on this one. So this one I actually spent quite a bit of time playing. And then you decided you wanted
MASH.
MASH.
I have no idea about the game, but I like MASH the show. So
it looks like a helicopter rescue.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, let's get that. And you were like, well, I don't have any 20th Century Fox games, so we can do that.
I have this one and
it's just a couple
Turmoil.
bucks too.
Yeah.
So
added 5 Atari games to the collection.
It looks like Atari is going to be vying for that top spot again as the most games added for the year.
So far, it is the most games. Also really excited to grab a couple of ColecoVision games. There aren't very many that I see now that I don't have. Not that I have a big set, but it turns out that there's maybe 15 of them that you see everywhere and you hardly ever see anything else. Space Fury, which I really enjoyed. This looks like it's like an Asteroids kind of game. And it's by Sega, so I automatically love it. And then we come to the first game that doesn't work. This is a complete in box version of Victory.
I didn't know that.
it plays with the roller controller, and it looked like Missile Command from the screenshot, so I grabbed it because last fall at the end of last summer, I got a working roller controller from Chris Roberts, and I love it. Playing with the roller controller, playing with the ColecoVision controllers mounted in the roller controller base, it gives you like a really good arcade feel. So I'm like, hey, I got a roller controller, so I grabbed this. It was complete in box, which I kind of like for ColecoVision because I have a bunch of boxes of ColecoVision stuff, but this game doesn't work.
Are you going to try to take it apart and
No.
look inside?
In order to take it apart, I think you got to wreck the label. So I cleaned it with Brasso and all that, but it still didn't work. So.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So yeah, that's a bummer.
That one didn't work.
That's number one that doesn't work.
Ouch.
All right, so let's move on to
I
some.
feel like that one. That one hurts.
The rest of them, yeah, the rest of them. Okay, well, here's the second one that doesn't work. Found this out earlier
yeah,
today.
actually, that one hurts too.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I have the Grand Theft Auto games for the PS2, the trilogy. Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. But then I got the double pack for the Xbox, and when I saw this sitting there, it was bundled with this next game, 2 for $5. I said, I have to grab this. Because it's not the greatest hits version, and it's in pretty good shape, and it came complete with the manual and everything like that, and the map. So I grabbed it, tried it out. Doesn't work. Middle of the intro scenes, it says your disc is dirty, and I said, how dare you? I have cleaned the disc. It's not dirty. It must be damaged. It said the disc is damaged or dirty. Well, it's damaged. There's quite a few scratches. I guess I took a chance on it and failed. That doesn't often happen, but it did with this one. I'll maybe try polishing it or just finding a loose disc somewhere.
I was gonna say, or maybe you can find, like, maybe, have you seen them at the expos without the manual a lot?
Yeah, I'll try to find a cheap
maybe we
copy
can
because
do
this
that.
is in good shape other than the disc. And then the other game I bought with it was Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. I actually used to have this game. I bought it new at Toys R Us for a few bucks. Traded it in like 2006. And decided when I saw it again, I always kind of was like, I shouldn't have traded that in. And again, when it was 2 for $5, I'm like, I'll grab these two. So this is one of the few games I used to have and bought back again. This works fine. And it turns out, I didn't know, I guess it's coming to the Switch.
Yeah, I just saw that today too.
I'll play this $250 version rather than the $40 Switch version. So, got that. So that one does work.
Okay.
All right. So then, at the same table, you were looking
this
at...
was at that table?
Yeah.
I was looking at these Wii Zumba, and there were several of them, and the guy goes, if you want one, just take one.
Just take it.
Just take it. I have a bunch of them, and if somebody wants to try out an exercise program, I'll let them get it for free. So I took this one. Zumba Fitness Core. Party your abs off. I don't know. They're like the three different Zumbas, and I didn't know which one. And I thought, well, I'll try this one.
I think this one works. I think we tested this one.
Yeah, I don't know if so. If anybody's done the Wii Zumbas, let me know if anyone's done this core one. So.
All right.
I don't know. Oh boy.
And the third that doesn't work is Disney Infinity for the Wii U. We actually have the digital version of this.
So I saw this and I thought, oh, let's get it. It was $1.
It was $1.
And so I said, oh, let's get the disc. And we had gotten the, or I can't remember, did we get this first and then we got the pad?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so.
I have no idea why this doesn't work. It looks like it's in really good shape. But the Wii U can detect that it's Disney Infinity, but when you try to launch it, it says, no way. Not playing this game. But we have it digitally, so no big deal. I guess it would have been kind of cool. And like I said, if I find the disc for $1 or something, I might just throw it together. All right, and now these last three I actually haven't tested, so there's a chance they don't work. But God, that would be remarkable. The 3 games out of 14 not working is insane.
Yeah.
I've never had such bad luck. All right, so now we're coming to the 3 favorite pickups, I think, of the games. This one is 4-Wheel Thunder for the Dreamcast. I bought this because I like Hydro Thunder. And it looked like it was in pretty good shape.
Okay.
So hopefully it works. But I always like to pick up Dreamcast games still. And then this one is a Master System game.
I know, I thought you have them all.
I do.
What are you doing?
But it turns out I am now learning about the variants. I always had the 1990, which is actually kind of nice. I have the 1990 box art variant for this, where the font is a little different and it says action up here and the back is different. I didn't have the 1986 version, and I recently learned that there are these from John Hancock's videos, that there are 2. And so I decided to grab the 1986 box variant for black belt. It was cheap.
Cool.
It's complete. And so now I have
It's in pretty good shape.
both box variants and manual variants.
Yeah.
There might be a third, but I have 2 box variants and manual variants of black belt for the Master System. So that's a fun thing to add to the collection.
Yeah.
And then finally, this is probably the most expensive thing we bought.
Yeah.
And
that is true.
represents
And
like
it's
30% of our total budget,
But
total cost.
yeah.
And I bought it on a whim.
Yeah.
And it was this. It was with this.
It was with this. That's why too. You saw this Saturday morning RPG. It was limited run games, and after it was out, you're like, oh, I've been hearing some good things. Too bad we didn't get it. And then when we saw it with this,
It was 30, which I thought was the regular price.
Yeah.
This was 10. We said, how about 35 for both, and he did it.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on how you want to figure it, we paid 30
25,
or a little less than
10
30.
or 30.
Yeah. So this is sealed. This is shrink wrap.
Yeah.
This is still sealed.
So,
If memory serves, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, Saturday Morning RPG was one of the first limited run games that limited run released, not for the Switch, but maybe for the PS4 or Vita. And so I'd always heard good things about it. And so when I saw it sitting there shrink wrapped, I thought, why not? I'll grab it.
yeah.
That'll be nice to have. And I think Switch is a good platform to have it on,
Yeah.
given its style and everything like that. So that is the
That's it.
Swap Meet. Didn't spend a lot. Was a little disappointed in the selection. Am now more disappointed that 3 of the games we bought don't even work.
Yeah.
Not that we cared too much about some of them, but I was really hoping Victory for the ColecoVision would work.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto would have been cool on the Xbox. It's a little nicer than the PlayStation version. This I don't care too much about, but still, it would have been nice if the games had worked, and then there's always a chance that some of these don't. But other than that, it was fine. I mean, you know.
The kids came with, our oldest walked around with us, tried to tough it out the whole day, because she's trying to, what would you want to say,
train up
for other expos and
Yeah.
PRGE.
Yep.
The other 2 were
They were on their tablets.
busy.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was good.
Yeah,
Got to
and I got
see
some great
people.
manuals.
Yeah.
And
Got
this.
to see. Yep. The kids got a couple little toy things.
Oh yeah.
Little Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Kinsey
Yeah.
brought some Pokemon back from Japan, and so the kids had a lot of fun.
Looking
She
through
was
her bin.
she was helping them and explaining to them, and they got
Yeah.
some Pokemon. I don't count that here because that's not part of my. That's not
Yeah.
never part of my. but the kids had fun with
Yeah.
the Pokemon, so
Yeah, so
thank
it's
you
good.
for that.
Okay.
All right.
All right. If you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.